significant in-house contract situations that still require attention on offense. Both Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb are entering the final years of their contracts. Meanwhile, on defense, star pass rusher Micah Parsons has 2 years remaining on his deal. This could be seen as a distraction for the team's main goal, a Super Bowl. But Cowboys' DeMarcus Lawrence has advice about what to do about it.
I say control what you can control. If it's a distraction, eliminate it. If you can, if you can't, you run through it. So, that comes with our territory as being a Cowboy. Our owner actually invites it. You know what I mean? So, if you're not used to it, you better get used to it fast.
If it's a distraction, you eliminate it. If you can't, run through it. I like those words. Stephen A., how do you feel about what DeMarcus had to say?
What do you want? Listen. Marcus Lawrence is a baller.
Yeah.
I appreciate his takes. I appreciate his candid honesty. He came on First Take during Super Bowl week, which, by the way, was breaking news. We actually saw a Cowboy during the Super Bowl. Congratulations on that. But
be nice.
see him. Well, I'm not. I'm just saying. For him, I got mad respect for him. I got mad respect for him. And in all seriousness, I just like messing with him. In all seriousness, listen, I get where he's coming from on the Cowboys distraction, and he does have a point. I just wish he would acknowledge we haven't dealt, not successful. We got 2 playoff victories in 8 but obviously they can't. They don't want to say that about it. They don't want to remind the world that they're Neptune. And I understand. But in the end, what it comes down to is that playing for the Cowboys is a distraction. The owner is a distraction. Being America's team is a distraction. Being in that bubble, that spotlight, that microscope, it ain't for everybody. Everybody can't handle the big time. Okay, they say they want it. They say they want the smoke. They say they want the allure, but they don't. A lot of times they can't handle it because, as we all know, pressure breaks pipes. Obviously, it can produce diamonds in some instances, but certainly never when it comes to the Cowboys. At least not in the last 29 years of counting. So we have to understand that. We have to appreciate that for what it is. We have to accept that. And when I look at DeMarcus Lawrence, he's a brother who balls. He's a brother that goes out there and gives it what he's got. I've never looked at a Dallas Cowboy loss and blamed him because of his lack of productivity. So I give him mad credit for that. And he is being candid and he is being honest about how, look, don't expect to come here and for things to be all nice and peaceful and, without any controversy, drama, or anything like that. That's not how it rolls in Dallas, not with this owner. He acknowledges that. He said that. It is what it is. And so what can you do about it? All you can do is learn to deal with it, which they have failed to do. Again, 29 years.
Okay. I was just marinating on that. Damien, do you think the Cowboys are closer to missing the playoffs or making the Super Bowl?
Molly, the way I'm going to answer this is, let me finish.
Stephen A., let him have his turn, please.
Just preference what I'm about to say is, first of all, my wife is a huge Cowboys fan.
Sure is.
And so,
you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do
it. And so,
you're blaming your wife.
She's a real Cowboys fan,
she's a real
Cowboys
fan.
I was talking to her in
that
Chicago.
That explains a lot.
Knows her stuff.
That explains a lot.
And your kids are Cowboys fans.
Yeah, she's infected a couple of them. And I also got to say, I got bum rushed by some Cowboys fans this past weekend.
Really? Where?
Yeah, at church, actually.
At church?
Yeah. They didn't appreciate.
No shame.
First of all, they didn't appreciate
they
didn't appreciate what I said about the Cowboys last week.
Wow. What about forgiveness? That's what you learned there.
But then they really said, you need to talk to Stephen A. because the way he comes at us is just completely unfair, and that it needs to be addressed on national television. So I'm just passing the messages from these Cowboys fans that bum rushed me to you, Stephen A., about that. But anyway.
I'm glad everyone's in church, though. That's good.
I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about none of them. I'm going to see them real soon. I'm going to see them in a couple of weeks.
Oh, you going down? Oh, you going down to
Where?
You going down to Texas?
Or church? Which one are you going to?
Texas. Mr. Jerry Jones.
Oh my
As
God,
Robbie
dude.
come down to Texas. I'm rolling down to Texas.
You're
Mom,
gonna
you
have
thought
a
he was going to church, Mouse.
Yeah, you're gonna have a little meeting with him.
That's right. That's right.
Are you gonna get a team of pep talk or something?
Oh no. This is me. I'm going to see Jerry. Going to
Him
see
and Jerry have a little meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He's been calling Jerry out a little
Helicopter?
bit.
Yeah. I've noticed that.
He's been calling Jerry
You and
out.
Jerry cool?
He
Y'all
said, "Come
cool?
on, Dan."
Well, they're gonna
He
talk
said, "Come
face
on,
to
Dan.
face, like
Come on,
old
Dan."
men.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said,
okay.
"Come on." He said, "Come on down." You know what I said, Dan Orlovsky?
Cameras or no cameras?
Damian Woody, Dan
Yeah.
Orlovsky. You know what I said? He said, "Come on down." You know what I said? I reckon I will. I reckon I will.
I don't even know what I reckon means in that sentence. I don't even know what the question is either. Are the Cowboys closer to
I
missing the
reckon I
playoffs or
will.
going to the Super Bowl, Dan?
Me? No, they're closer to missing the playoffs. I'm
Okay.
not gonna beat around
They got
the
worse,
bush
you
like
think?
Wood here, okay? Woody. Dude,
Wow.
while they've won 12 games in each of the last 3 seasons. Let's be real about who the Cowboys are right now. Okay, let's just be real about
Who are they?
Are they better than Philly? Honestly, no. Are they better than Detroit? No. Are they better than Green Bay? No. Are they better than San Francisco? No. Are they better than the Rams? No. There's some team in the South. I don't think they're better than Atlanta, but they're not better than whoever's going to win the South. There's 6 right there. So you mean to tell me that there's easily 6 in Detroit? They ain't better than Detroit. So you're talking about, are they going to be better than like Tampa Bay or a Seattle? I don't think so. I think one of those teams is going to be better. So we're not even talking about Super Bowl. We're talking about getting into the dance. I don't think they get into the dance unless they play above their skis. So they're further away from closer to missing the postseason than they are winning Super Bowl, making Super Bowl.
Well, I appreciate the eloquence and the fluidity with which you dropped that dissertation on the American public, but it didn't require all of that. All you need to do is look at history, and you know what the answer to that question is. I mean, my God, you didn't need to do anything else. I mean, all you had to do was sit up there and say, they ain't been closer to the Super Bowl than they've been to the offseason before. Why would anything change now? That's what the situation is, particularly with the contract squabbles with CeeDee Lamb. So we understand all of that, okay? And then, you Damian Woody, it explains, but first of all, we need to extend our condolences to Damian Woody. So the wife is a Cowboy fan and a couple of children. I mean, damn. I mean, Black cat running around the franchise, Black cat running around the Woody household, the Damian Woody household. That's what's going on here. No wonder we call you the notorious Liberace. You understand what I'm saying? Sitting there at the piano.
That's a cold nickname.
Why,
It is
why do we
kinda
do
like
that?
that.
You
That is a
understand?
cold
Because
nickname. I love that.
You need, tranquility. You need to calm the nerves. And I was wondering why. I'm like, damn. He's on TV working with Greeny and the crew doing Get Up. He shows up here on First Take. He's with his peeps. Why does he always look so stressed? And that explains it. It's your surroundings. It's your surroundings. You're surrounded with people who have a bloated view of a franchise, all right? They swear up and down every year. They're like this, no, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? No, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? Now, we got to deal with that with them nauseated, disgusting fans, which have proven my point, because when they're willing to bother you in church, you know they're trifling, okay? I mean, who else would bother people in church other than a Cowboy fan? Only a Cowboy fan would do such a thing. Nobody else would do it, but they would, because you know why? They don't have they don't grasp who they truly are. They keep living on what they once were and what they believe they're supposed to be. And the owner milks it till the cows come home. That's why he's a brilliant businessman. Their franchise is worth $10 billion. And their players individually are always very talented, but the collection of them together in that environment, in that pressure cooker confine, they can't handle it. I think most of the Cowboys will be all world and they become champions the minute they departed from that organization.
Okay.
Problem is, they're in that damn city, surrounded by those fans. And for you to have that in your home, I got to admit to you, I think you're the husband of the year, and I think you're the father of the year, because I can't even imagine what you have to
You're owning the husband of the year.
On a day-to-day basis.
You're really owning that
I
one.
didn't know your life was like that. I didn't know your life was like that. You never told me that before, Davey Woody. I'm shocked. I really, really am that you've been subjected to this. I really am.
Yeah, you're right on like husband and father. Yeah, like you're absolutely correct on that. But I will say this: the nickname of the Notorious Liberace.
Yeah.
Just peep this out, okay? During the season, don't be surprised when I'm remote and I play some on national television on First Take.
Yeah, you played a few notes when Stephen A was off.
Don't be surprised. So
you're working on a little piece?
I got something cooking. So don't be surprised when it happens.
You need to work on a piece. You need to work on a piece, just a sad song. And schedule it for release. Schedule it for release in January. That's exactly when you'll need it, in January. First or second week in January.
Stephen A, you are sharp today. You are very funny. Even with your bad Wi-Fi.
So
you're having a very good show, Stephen A.
There's no Wi-Fi.
So they're closer to the Super Bowl. They're close to the Super Bowl.
Hell no.
Closer to missing the playoffs. A lot of people think that, no, in all seriousness, a lot of people feel like the Cowboys took a step back. They're not as good as they were last year. I mean, is that fair to say?
Yeah. I mean, they lost, I think, like 6 starters, I want to say. Now Trey comes back, so.
Couple of offensive linemen, right?
Yeah, but those 2 rookies that they took, both Guyton and Beebe, they do look like they're unsurprisingly guys.
Can I just say this? Can I just say this as an aside?
Yeah.
Can we see Philly first before we start anointing them? Because that's all you hear. Dano and Stephen A. They've already anointed. They've already anointed.
Well, you know why Dan does that. He does that because
they've already anointed Philadelphia.
The same thing. He does that because his wife. He's got a Philly bias.
Yes,
he does. He absolutely does.
I'm more interested. Listen. I'm more interested in why. First of all, there's nothing wrong with anointing Philadelphia in terms of the NFC East, because who's your competition? Jaden Daniels is a rookie. The Giants are trash. Okay, got
Washington, I
all
think,
emotional and stuff like that.
Don't cast Washington.
Washington's gonna be all right eventually. They're gonna be all right eventually, but not this year. Okay. And then you got the Dallas Cowboys, who are an accident waiting to happen. So if you give me A.J. Brown with Devontae, with Goddard, with Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts, why the hell with a roster like that, I wouldn't be able to forecast that they're going to win this division walking away. And as it pertains to Molly, here's the one thing that I will say. I'm quite disappointed in how she reacted. I expected her to be a bit angry when you said you were interrupted in church. I mean, you would think that is enough to get Molly's back up and really, really snap at Cowboys.
I was actually happy that he was in church. I was happy he was in church.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I expect better from you, Molly. They interrupted somebody in church. When you were communicating with the Lord, they came and interrupted you.
Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Hôm nay là một ngày không đẹp trời cho lắm, nhưng mình vẫn tiếp tục gửi tặng đến các bạn những tác phẩm thật là đẹp và tuyệt vời. Và mình mong rằng các bạn xem video của mình thì hãy ấn like và đăng ký kênh để ủng hộ mình, để mình tiếp tục lấy động lực ra video. Mình xin chân thành cảm ơn các bạn rất là nhiều. Bây giờ mời các bạn cùng theo dõi quá trình mình tạo ra video của mình nhé. Xin mời.
Xin chào các bạn, ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tô màu nha. Như vậy, theo của mình nó cũng không như vậy. Mình sẽ đi vào chi tiết của nó. Đừng mở ra để cho tôi cũng làm cho họ nhớ cái nhạc đó đăng vào trong chơi luôn đăng lại. Ra đây không nó đóng này. Phải đi vào trong để mình chơi. Đóng cửa vào các bạn, đóng cửa vào. Đóng cửa. Đóng cửa. Nào đóng cửa mà.